Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Delina Medhin, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you can make an Insta impact. I love how it's like Insta impact. We've all been there. We've all been in a place where you're like, I really think that this person is so cool and I would love to talk to them. I would love to collaborate with them. I would love to do fill in the blank. Sometimes it gets a little tricky because you really want to meet this person, but you don't want to be like weird or stalkerish or strange, or like, you're like, oh, I just really don't want them to think I'm like crazy. So you kind of sit on it and you sit on it and you're like, hopefully maybe one day I'll just run into them in a place where I'm walking around and maybe I'll see them. Girl, you're not. Guy, you're not. It's just not going to work like that. If you're like me, then you understand that you create your own circumstances. You can't just expect things to happen in life for you. So I'm going to help you today in how to reach out to people on Instagram. It's a little bit scary, but it can work out, and I promise you that it can turn into something really fruitful and awesome for you. Okay, so the first thing is that you really have to be yourself on Instagram. And I know that that's kind of like, everybody's like, be authentic, be you, don't try to be anyone else. And it's like, wait, what is that? Like, what does that really mean? Everybody open up your Instagram right now, okay? So you're probably on your phone. If you're watching this on your phone, just wait, you can do it in a second. If you're not watching this on your phone, if you're watching it on a computer, what you can do is pull out your phone, and I want you to look at the first 12 pictures. What do those pictures say about you? What do they say about your business, who you are, what you're about? And when you're reaching out to somebody, is that what you want them to see? You have to decide what it is that you want people to know about you. So, for example, if you're into fashion, then you should have fashion-related photos. Do they need to necessarily be photos about you? No, not necessarily. They could just be photos of images that you personally like and things that reflect your personal style. Maybe you don't own those things because they're really expensive and you don't have the money yet. That's okay. But you have them on your page because you're like, these things inspire me and they're dope. And then I would also have a few images of myself too, just kind of mixed in there so that people understand or relate to you. If you're a beauty blogger or if you're a beauty personality, then maybe I would put up more photos of your work that you're doing, like maybe like your camera setup, or like what you're filming today, or maybe you in the process of creating some projects. Okay, so after checking out their Instagram and like deciding, okay, this is definitely somebody that I want to talk to, here comes the tricky part. So do I DM, aka direct message them on Instagram, or do I email them? So this one's a little bit tough because you have to look and see per person what looks good. This is kind of my rule of thumb. So I'll look at the person's Instagram, and if they have a business page, normally you can click on contact, right? So you'll click on contact and it'll say call or email. And if it says, and I know I just blew some people's minds right now because you guys didn't know about that, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. I'm here for you. Okay, so email is definitely, I think, always the preferred method of choice for me. I think that it's the fastest way to get to people, and it's the easiest way for people to mark things unread. So if you're like me, you mark things unread in order for you to go back and message that person later or email that person later. Unfortunately, you can't mark things unread in text message or in direct message. Let's say that they don't have email as an option, but they do have a website. I would check the website, see if they have any kind of email information on the website, and just start there. Now, as far as messaging people directly on Instagram, okay, so this is my thing. I love to start kind of a relationship with people on Instagram and see what they're about first. Like, I'll comment on some of their pictures, or I'll be like, oh wow, like this is really cool, I really like this thing. So that way when I send them a direct message, it isn't like just out of the blue like, hey, what's up? And like low key, like, okay, maybe high key, be following them, please. Like, you should be following somebody that you want to work with, because that obviously means that you actually really like them and support them. Just as a heads up, side note, earlier I was talking about how your Instagram needs to look put together. That doesn't mean you need to wait until you have 1 million followers to reach out to anybody. You can have 0 followers, but as long as your content looks like something that you've been putting effort into and energy into, I don't really care who it is. I know that they're going to be interested in meeting you, because that means that you're taking time out of your day to really figure out what you want your personal brand to be about. And if that matters to you, it'll matter to them too. In conclusion, for DM or email, you've got to use your judgment, and you've got to figure out if it's the right way. But Instagram DM is definitely not off the list. So if it seems like it might be the best way, especially if the person is a little bit younger and like hip to the game and seems to be spending a lot of time on Instagram, it might be the right move. Whatever your preferred style of communication, you definitely want to make sure that you state what you want. not only who you are, because they'll be able to get majority of that from just looking at your Instagram, but what do you want? I find that a lot of times when people reach out to me, they'll be like, hey, I really want to just talk to you and let's go to coffee. And it's like, why? Why are we going to coffee? Like, tell me exactly what it is. And the reason why people care about that is because nobody likes a bait and switch. So let me tell you what bait and switch is basically. You sit down, you're at coffee, you guys are talking, haha, it's going great. Oh my God, I love your hair. Oh my gosh, I love your eye makeup. Your lipstick looks amazing. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. And everything's going great. And then they're like, well, actually, what I really wanted to do was to invite you to be a part of this project that I have. It's ongoing for about 8 weeks. It would require, you know, your help from Monday through Friday for 40 hours a week. But I think that like you can work it in. This just got so awkward, right? Because now I don't even know how to tell you that like I don't have the time to do that. Or maybe I do, who knows? It depends on the project. But majority of the time, somebody already has a full-time 9-to-5 situation or 9 to 12 or 12-hour days. Or if you're Gary Vee, if you guys watch Gary Vee, I think he's hilarious. He's like, you need to be working from like 7 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock in the night for 10 years straight. I want you to think about exactly what it is that you need, and I want you to tell them exactly what you need. And I promise you, it sounds kind of hard, but it's a lot easier to do that up front, and then people will be, you know, whoever it is that you're talking to will be a lot more receptive, and they'll start to say, okay, I understand what they need. Let's meet. Let's have a specific amount of time. Also have an end time in mind whenever you talk to them. Give them 10 to 15 minutes. Don't do anything too long, guys. Nobody wants to be meeting somebody for the first time and spend like 5 hours with them. Keep it short and keep it sweet and keep it to the point. Okay, lastly, I want you to be patient. The people you're talking to and the people you're reaching out to are human, just like you. And what that means is that they open up their email and forget to respond sometimes. They go to the store and they maybe have children and their children get sick. They got sick. Who knows what's going on in their life, or maybe somebody passed away. You never know what's going on. So just be mindful that people have lives, and the email that you sent is not the most important thing that they'll be receiving that day. So keep reaching out and keep trying to get in contact with them, and people will appreciate your persistence. I love people who are persistent. I'm personally a very persistent person. I will reach out to somebody a multitude of times before I ever give up. And if it's somebody that's really important to you, don't give up. Just keep trying. Reach out every couple weeks. See what's going on. See how they're doing. They're human. You're human. It's cool. It will work out. And if it doesn't work out right now, it's fine. It'll maybe work out in the future, but if not, it'll teach you the most important thing about reaching out and about networking, which is to keep reaching out to different people, because the opportunities that you'll get in life by not giving up are insane. It is crazy how many things will come to you because you believe in you and you're like, okay, cool. Not the right time. All good. Don't worry. See you later. If it doesn't work out, it's cool. Stay strong. You can do this. I believe in you. And hopefully this was helpful. You can crack down on Instagram. You can be thebomb.com. You can be the networking queen or king. You can follow me everywhere on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere at Delina Medhin. And I'll see you in the next video next Sunday. Peace.